Consistency also requires discipline. It's the ability to stick to your plans, even when distractions tempt you to deviate. It's easy to start a new project with excitement and enthusiasm, but the real test comes when that excitement wanes. The key to consistency is maintaining discipline during those times. It's about doing what needs to be done, regardless of how you feel in the moment. Discipline doesn't mean working nonstop without rest. It means knowing what needs to be done, sticking to your commitments, and not allowing yourself to be sidetracked by short-term distractions. Another crucial element of consistency is creating systems and routines. Systems simplify the process and make consistent action easier to maintain. When you have a system in place, you don't have to think about it, you just do it. This is why successful people have established routines that support their goals. They don't rely on motivation alone, which can be fleeting. They rely on systems that make consistent effort automatic. Whether it's a daily exercise routine, a set time for reading or studying, or a structured approach to work, systems help ensure that progress is made consistently, even on days when motivation is low. At the core of consistency is a deep understanding of delayed gratification. Many people expect instant results, but the truth is that significant success takes time. It's the ability to delay the short-term pleasures and put in the work that sets successful individuals apart. They are willing to do what others won't today in order to have what others can't tomorrow. They understand that success is not a sprint, but a marathon. It's the long, steady pace, the commitment to the process, and the patience to wait for the results. Ultimately, consistency is about trusting the process, trusting your ability, and trusting that your efforts will pay off. It's about knowing that even if the results are not immediately apparent, each step forward brings you closer to your goal. It's about having the courage to continue day after day with the belief that your work is building a foundation for your future success. And when you understand the power of consistency, you will never again be discouraged by slow progress. Instead, you will embrace the journey, knowing that every action, no matter how small, is one step closer to the success you are building. The path to success is often paved with uncertainty and discomfort. However, it is precisely through embracing challenges that we grow and find our true potential. Many people look at obstacles as signs to turn back, but the truly successful understand that challenges are not to be avoided, they are to be embraced. It is through the difficulties we face that we develop the strength, resilience, and wisdom necessary for achieving our goals. It's in these moments of struggle that we build the character and skills that propel us to greatness. When faced with challenges, the natural instinct is often to back away, to protect ourselves from failure, to seek comfort in the familiar. But the most accomplished individuals know that growth only comes from stepping outside of comfort zones. The truth is, every major achievement is the result of overcoming adversity. Think of the great pioneers in history, whether in business, science, sports, or any other field. Every one of them faced obstacles that seemed insurmountable, yet they pressed on. They didn't wait for the perfect moment, nor did they allow the hurdles to stop them. Instead, they embraced the struggle, knowing that overcoming these challenges was an integral part of the journey. The key to embracing challenges is to reframe them. Instead of seeing an obstacle as a roadblock, see it as an opportunity to learn, to improve, and to strengthen your resolve. Each challenge presents a chance to test your abilities, to develop new strategies, and to push your limits. Every time you face adversity and find a way to overcome it, you gain confidence, you grow stronger, and you build a foundation for future success. This is why challenges are not just inevitable, they are necessary. Without them, there would be no growth, no development, no true sense of accomplishment. The difference between those who succeed and those who don't lies in their response to adversity. Those who succeed see obstacles as part of the process, not as signs that they should quit. They understand that no worthwhile goal is achieved without some level of difficulty. The person who is willing to face their fears, who approaches challenges with a mindset of resilience, is the one who moves forward. It's about having the courage to continue, even when the way is unclear, even when failure seems likely. This does not mean you should go looking for problems or seek out unnecessary difficulties. It means that when challenges arise, and they inevitably will, you approach them with determination, resourcefulness, and a willingness to learn. Embrace the discomfort, because in the end, that discomfort will be the very thing that prepares you for greater success. When we avoid challenges, we avoid the growth that comes with them. It's easy to stay in a place of comfort, to stick with what we know, but growth never happens in the comfort zone. To truly embrace challenges, it's crucial to change your mindset. Instead of viewing obstacles as threats, see them as stepping stones. A challenge doesn't mean you're not good enough, it means you have the potential to become better. Each problem you encounter is an opportunity to build new muscles of perseverance, creativity, and strength. In the face of difficulty, successful individuals do not seek the easy way out, they find a way through. They ask themselves, what can I learn from this? How can I use this obstacle to improve? A powerful part of embracing challenges is understanding that failure is not final. Failure is often seen as something to avoid, but it is one of the greatest teachers in life. Those who succeed fail far more often than those who don't. They simply don't let failure define them. Instead, they learn from it. They analyze what went wrong, adjust their approach, and try again. Failure is not a reason to quit, it's an invitation to learn, adapt, and keep going. Each failure, when approached with the right mindset, brings you one step closer to success. The mindset shift that enables you to embrace challenges is one of personal responsibility. You must take ownership of your journey. You can't blame circumstances or other people for your failures or setbacks. Instead, take control of how you respond to challenges. Accept that you are the one who decides how you will face adversity. This level of accountability empowers you to take action, to push forward, and to keep moving no matter what difficulties you encounter. The moment you stop blaming external factors and start focusing on what you can do to overcome challenges, you tap into a well of inner strength. There's an inherent beauty in struggle because it forces us to become better versions of ourselves. Without challenges, we wouldn't know what we're capable of. We wouldn't know how strong we are, how resilient we can be, or how clever we can become in solving problems. It's the adversity we face that uncovers hidden talents and resources within us. It sharpens our focus, hones our skills, and helps us uncover new ways to approach our goals. In life, challenges will come, whether you want them or not. The question is not, will I face difficulties, but rather, how will I respond? When you learn to embrace challenges with a positive mindset, when you choose to see them as opportunities for growth, you position yourself to achieve far more than you ever thought possible. Embrace the discomfort, welcome the challenge, and know that every step forward, no matter how difficult, brings you closer to becoming the person capable of achieving your dreams. Success is not a destination, it is a journey, and a significant part of that journey is the people you surround yourself with. The company you keep has a profound impact on your mindset, your behavior, and ultimately your results. The people around you can either lift you up or drag you down, and it's essential to be intentional about who you allow into your life. The truth is, you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. This means that your relationships, your associations, your inner circle, they play a significant role in determining the trajectory of your life. The most successful people understand this law of association. They seek out individuals who are ambitious, positive, driven, and who share similar values and goals. They know that by surrounding themselves with people who inspire them, challenge them, and encourage them, they create an environment that fosters their own growth. People who are successful tend to be highly selective about who they spend time with because they know that the right influences can propel them to new heights, while negative influences can keep them stuck in mediocrity. Think about it for a moment. When you're around people who are constantly complaining, who focus on problems rather than solutions, who talk about the things they can't do rather than the things they can, it's easy to get sucked into that mindset. Negativity is contagious, but so is positivity. When you surround yourself with people who believe in possibility, who see opportunities instead of obstacles, and who are committed to growth, their mindset starts to rub off on you. You begin to think bigger, aim higher, and take more positive action. The power of association is not just about having positive people around you, it's also about the influence of those who have already achieved what you aspire to. When you spend time with people who are where you want to be, you gain invaluable insights, strategies, and perspectives. They have already walked the path and can offer you guidance that will help you avoid common pitfalls and accelerate your progress. Success leaves clues, and when you're in the presence of those who have achieved greatness, you're able to learn from their experiences and model their behavior. One of the most powerful aspects of surrounding yourself with successful individuals is that it raises your own standards. When you see others reaching for the stars, when you witness There's a fascinating thing that happens when you engage in positive visualization. Your brain begins to blur the line between imagination and reality. To your subconscious mind, vividly imagining an event and actually experiencing it are nearly identical. This is why visualization works so powerfully. It primes your mind and body for success. When the moment comes to act, it feels familiar, as though you've already been there before. But visualization isn't just about achieving goals, it's also a tool for overcoming fear and doubt. How often do we let negative thoughts and imagined worst-case scenarios hold us back? When you actively visualize success, you crowd out those negative images with positive ones. You train your mind to focus on what could go right instead of what could go wrong. You replace hesitation with confidence, fear with determination. The practice of visualization is simple but requires consistency. Set aside time each day, even if it's just a few minutes, to close your eyes and picture your goals with as much detail as possible. Engage all your senses. What do you see, hear, and feel? What emotions arise as you imagine achieving your dreams? The more vivid the image, the more deeply it will embed itself in your mind. Consider this: every invention, every innovation, every masterpiece began as a thought in someone's mind. The airplane, the smartphone, the symphony, none of these existed until someone dared to imagine them. Visualization is the same process applied to your life. It's about creating a mental blueprint for the future you want, and then building it step by step. There will be days when doubt creeps in, when the goal seems distant or even impossible. Those are the days when visualization becomes even more important. By revisiting your mental image of success, you remind yourself of what you're working toward. You reignite your passion and refocus your energy. It's important to remember that visualization is not a substitute for action. It's a complement to it. No amount of mental imagery will create results if it's not followed by effort. But when you combine the two, when you see your success in your mind and work tirelessly to bring it to life, you become unstoppable. You align your thoughts, emotions, and actions in a way that propels you forward. There is no limit to what you can achieve when you harness the power of positive visualization. It's not about pretending life will be easy or free of challenges. It's about choosing to focus on the possibilities instead of the obstacles, the solutions instead of the problems. It's about becoming the kind of person who sees opportunities where others see limitations. Your future begins in your imagination. See it clearly, believe in it deeply, and then act on it with unwavering resolve. The images you hold in your mind are the seeds of your destiny. Choose them wisely, nurture them daily, and watch as they grow into the reality you've always dreamed of. The words you speak to yourself are the most powerful influence on the direction of your life. They shape your beliefs, dictate your actions, and determine your results. Every day, from the moment you wake up until you lay your head down at night, you are engaged in a conversation with yourself. The question is, are those words building you up or tearing you down? Are they reinforcing your ability to succeed, or are they planting seeds of doubt and limitation? Self-talk is not a small thing, it is everything. It forms the foundation of your self-image, and your self-image governs every decision you make. The person who tells themselves, "I'm not smart enough, I'm not strong enough, I'm not capable enough," will never take the bold actions required for success. But the person who says, "I can do this, I have what it takes, I am determined and resourceful," will find ways to overcome obstacles and move closer to their goals. Your mind is listening to every word you say, and it believes you. Whether the words are spoken out loud or whispered silently in your thoughts, your subconscious takes them as truth. If you repeatedly tell yourself, "I can't," you begin to believe it. If you consistently say, "I will find a way," your mind starts looking for solutions. This is not a matter of mere optimism, it's a law of the mind. What you focus on, you move toward. The good news is that you can change your self-talk at any time. It doesn't matter how long you've been speaking to yourself negatively. The moment you decide to shift your words, you begin to shift your reality. This is where affirmations come into play. Affirmations are not just empty phrases, they are deliberate, powerful statements that reprogram your mind for success. When you repeatedly affirm positive truths about yourself, you begin to internalize them. They become a part of who you are. It's important to understand that affirmations are not about pretending everything is perfect. They are about focusing on your potential and your ability to grow. For example, you might say, "I am capable of achieving great things even if you faced setbacks in the past." The affirmation isn't a denial of your challenges, it's a reminder of your power to overcome them. There is a key to making affirmations work. They must be repeated consistently and with conviction. Saying them once or twice won't create lasting change. Think of it like planting a seed. You don't water a seed once and expect it to grow overnight. You nurture it daily, giving it the attention it needs to thrive. The same is true for your mind. With each repetition of a positive affirmation, you are reinforcing a new belief, creating neural pathways that strengthen over time. Imagine waking up every morning and starting your day with powerful statements like, I am strong, I am capable, I am resilient, I have everything I need within me to succeed. How do you think that would shape the rest of your day? Compare that to waking up and immediately thinking, I'm so tired. I don't know if I can handle today. Nothing ever goes my way. The words you choose set the tone for your actions, and your actions create your results. Self-talk is especially critical in moments of doubt or difficulty. When faced with a challenge, the natural tendency is often to focus on what's wrong or why it's hard. But those who succeed learn to redirect their thoughts. Instead of saying, I can't do this, they ask, what can I learn from this? Instead of thinking, this is too hard, they remind themselves, I am capable of hard things. These small shifts in language create monumental shifts in perspective. You might wonder, what if I don't believe the affirmations I'm saying? What if they feel like lies? That's a common concern. But it's important to understand that belief doesn't always come first. Sometimes you have to speak the words before you feel them. Over time, as you consistently repeat them and align your actions with them, the belief grows. It's like planting a garden. You don't see the flowers the day you plant the seeds, but with care and persistence, they eventually bloom. Your words are your compass, guiding you toward the future you desire. When you speak to yourself with kindness, confidence, and determination, you create a mental environment where success can flourish. You silence the inner critic that holds you back and amplify the voice of possibility that moves you forward. There will always be moments when doubt tries to creep in, but those moments are opportunities to practice. Speak to yourself as you would a trusted friend or a mentor speaking to their protege. Be encouraging, be supportive, and remind yourself of your strength. The journey may not always be easy, but with the right words guiding you, it will always be worth it. One of the most powerful yet often overlooked factors in achieving success is consistency. You may have all the talent, ambition, and ideas in the world, but without consistency, even the most brilliant plans will falter. Success doesn't come from doing something great once, it comes from doing great things day in and day out. It's the small, deliberate actions you take consistently over time that compound into remarkable results. The most successful people in the world, whether in business, sports, or any other field, are those who master the art of consistent action. They understand that greatness is a product of persistence, and persistence requires a commitment to showing up, even when the initial excitement fades and the results are slow to appear. Consistency is the invisible force that drives progress. It's the willingness to put in the work when no one is watching, when the rewards aren't immediate, and when the journey feels long. It's easy to get motivated for a few days, even a few weeks, but what separates those who reach their goals from those who don't is the ability to maintain that momentum over time. People who achieve remarkable things are often not the most gifted or the most intelligent. They are the ones who refuse to quit, the ones who understand that every step forward, no matter how small, brings them closer to their destination. Think of it like this: if you want to get better at playing the piano, it's not enough to practice for a few days and expect to master the instrument. You must show up every day, even on the days when you don't feel like it, and put in the time. The improvement comes gradually, and over time you begin to see the results. But the key is the daily habit, the consistent commitment to showing up even when the rewards aren't immediately visible. Those small, seemingly insignificant actions accumulate, and eventually you look back and realize you've made incredible progress. This same principle applies to every area of life. Whether you're building a business, working on a fitness goal, or learning a new skill, consistency is the driving force behind success. It's about showing up each day, doing the work, and trusting that the results will come, even when they don't come immediately. Success is not a sudden event, it's the sum of countless small, consistent efforts that build upon each other. In fact, the law of compounding tells us that there is a secret about success that eludes most people because it is deceptively simple. You cannot become what you don't believe yourself to be. Success begins with your identity, how you see yourself, how you perceive your capabilities, and how you define your potential. The foundation of every achievement lies in the image you hold of yourself. A person who sees themselves as a winner acts like a winner. They think, speak, and move with the quiet confidence of someone who knows they are on the right path. But let's take a step back. How does this identity form? Most people go through life letting external circumstances define who they are. They let failures, setbacks, or the opinions of others shape their self-image. They believe they are limited by what they've done or what they've been told, not by what they are capable of doing. Yet here's the truth that changes everything. You are not a fixed being. You are dynamic, adaptable, and endlessly capable of growth. You are not what has happened to you. You are what you decide to become. Think about this for a moment. Every great accomplishment in human history began in the mind of someone who saw themselves as capable of achieving it. The athlete who wins gold at the Olympics, the entrepreneur who builds a groundbreaking company, the artist who creates a masterpiece, all of them began with a vision of themselves as someone who could do it. They acted as if they had already succeeded long before the world saw the results. Now, acting like a winner isn't about arrogance or pretending to be something you're not. It's about aligning your mindset with your goals. It's about stepping into the role of the person you want to be and living from that place. Winners carry themselves differently. They don't wait for external validation to feel successful. They cultivate the belief that success is already theirs, and that belief drives their actions. Let's consider a simple analogy. Imagine an actor preparing for a role. To truly embody their character, they immerse themselves in the mindset, habits, and emotions of that character. They don't just read the lines, they become the role. In the same way, you must become the role of the winner in your own life. How would you think if you were already successful? How would you act? What habits would you adopt? These are the questions that shift your identity and ultimately your reality. Here's the beauty of this principle. Your brain doesn't distinguish between reality and vivid imagination. If you see yourself as a winner, if you consistently visualize yourself achieving your goals and affirm your ability to succeed, your mind begins to accept it as truth. This isn't wishful thinking, it's a fundamental psychological principle. What you focus on, you create more of. When you align your identity with your vision, you activate the mental and emotional resources needed to turn that vision into reality. But let's not overlook the importance of consistency. Acting like a winner isn't something you do once in a while, it's a daily commitment. Winners aren't immune to self-doubt or fear, but they refuse to let those feelings define them. Instead, they show up every day with the mindset of someone who knows where they're headed. They practice gratitude for their progress, even when the journey feels long, and they remind themselves that every small step forward is a part of the larger picture. One of the greatest challenges in adopting a winner's identity is silencing the inner critic. That voice in your head that tells you you're not good enough, not smart enough, not smart enough, not capable enough. It's not real. It's a reflection of past fears and insecurities, not a prediction of your future. Winners acknowledge that voice, but they don't listen to it. They choose instead to listen to the voice of possibility, the voice that says, I can and I will. This isn't about perfection. No one feels like a winner every single day. But the difference between those who succeed and those who don't is that winners keep acting like winners, even on the hard days. They make decisions from a place of faith in their abilities, not from fear of failure. They understand that success isn't about being the best right away, it's about believing in the process and trusting that their efforts will compound over time. If you want to change your life, start by changing how you see yourself. Let go of the labels and limitations you've carried for too long. Decide who you want to be, and then begin acting as if you are already that person. Walk with purpose. Speak with confidence. Think with clarity. Let your identity lead the way and let your actions follow. Because when you see yourself as a winner, the world will eventually see it too. And that, my friends, is the beginning of everything. Let me know how this resonates. Energy and intensity are the lifeblood of achievement. Without them, even the most ambitious dreams remain nothing more than wishful thinking. I think of any person who has accomplished greatness in their field, and you'll see a common thread. They didn't simply work hard, they worked with purpose, energy, and a relentless intensity that set them apart. This level of effort is often misunderstood. It's not about running yourself into the ground or working without rest. It's about directing your full attention and power toward what matters most. Every one of us has reserves of energy far greater than we realize. The problem is that most people scatter their energy across too many things, never focusing enough to make meaningful progress in any one area. They move from one task to the next, easily distracted, their efforts diluted. But the truth is, when you work with intensity, when you focus your energy like a magnifying glass on a single point, you create heat. You create movement. You create results. Energy, in this sense, is more than physical stamina. It's a combination of mental focus, emotional engagement, and physical vitality. It starts in your mind. If your thoughts are scattered or your vision is unclear, your energy will reflect that. But when your mind is focused on a clear and compelling goal, something incredible happens. Your energy naturally aligns with that vision, and you find yourself able to do more than you ever thought possible. This intensity also requires a sense of urgency. Winners work as though time is their most valuable resource because it is. They don't waste it on trivial pursuits or half-hearted efforts. Instead, they pour their energy into actions that move them closer to their goals. This doesn't mean rushing or acting frantically. It means working with purpose, ensuring that every moment is invested, not spent. Imagine watching a lion on the hunt. Every move is deliberate, every action intentional. There's no wasted motion, no hesitation. That's the kind of focus and intensity you need to bring to your work. When you approach your tasks with that level of determination, people notice. Opportunities open up. Momentum builds. But let's not overlook the emotional aspect of energy. Passion is a powerful driver of intensity. When you're passionate about your work, when it aligns with your values and dreams, energy becomes effortless. You don't have to force yourself to work hard, you're drawn to it. The work itself becomes a source of joy and fulfillment. However, passion alone isn't enough. Passion without discipline is like a fire without a container. It burns brightly but goes nowhere. Discipline is what channels your energy into consistent, productive action. It's what keeps you moving forward, even on days when the passion isn't there. It's the quiet strength behind every great achievement. Now, consider the physical side of energy. Your body is the vehicle that carries you through this journey, and it's your responsibility to care for it. This doesn't mean you need to train like an athlete or follow a rigid regimen, but it does mean recognizing that your physical health directly impacts your ability to work with intensity. Proper rest, nutrition, and exercise aren't just good habits, they're the foundation of sustained energy and focus. Intensity also means learning to push past your comfort zone. Growth doesn't happen when you stay in familiar territory. It happens when you challenge yourself, when you demand more of yourself than you thought you could give. This doesn't mean ignoring your limits, it means expanding them. It means recognizing that discomfort isn't a sign to stop, it's a sign that you're growing stronger. There's a rhythm to working with energy and intensity, a balance between effort and recovery. Just as a sprinter alternates between bursts of speed and moments of rest, you must learn to manage your energy wisely. Overworking yourself leads to burnout, but underworking yourself leads to stagnation. The key is to find the balance that allows you to maintain peak performance over time. Finally, intensity is contagious. When you approach your work with energy and focus, you inspire those around you to do the same. You become a catalyst for action, a source of momentum. People are drawn to energy, it's magnetic. And when you combine that energy with clear vision and disciplined action, you become unstoppable. The world doesn't reward half-hearted efforts. It rewards those who show up with full hearts, sharp minds, and an unrelenting drive to succeed. If you want to achieve greatness, you must bring your best self to the table every day. You must work with the kind of intensity that leaves no room for doubt, no room for excuses, and no room for anything less than your very best. Your mind is one of the most powerful tools you possess, and yet it is often the most underutilized. The concept of positive visualization is not a new one, but its potential remains untapped for many. Visualization is the act of creating mental images of your desired outcomes, and when done consistently and vividly, it can transform not only how you think but also how you act. Success, after all, is achieved twice, first in the mind and then in reality. I think for a moment about the most successful individuals in any field. Whether they are athletes, artists, entrepreneurs, or leaders, they share a common practice. They see their success long before it becomes tangible. The athlete visualizes crossing the finish line, feeling the weight of the medal around their neck. The entrepreneur envisions their product solving a real-world problem, imagining the satisfaction of their first customers. This isn't fantasy, it's preparation. It's programming the mind to recognize opportunities and align actions with the desired outcome. When you visualize success, you activate a part of your brain called the reticular activating system. This system is like a filter, determining what information gets your attention. If you constantly focus on what you want to achieve, your brain begins to notice opportunities, connections, and ideas that support your goals. It's as if your mind becomes a magnet, attracting the resources you need to turn your vision into reality. But visualization isn't just about seeing the end result. It's about immersing yourself in the process. It's not enough to picture the glory of achievement. You must also visualize the effort, the discipline, and the steps required to get there. See yourself waking up early, putting in the hours, overcoming challenges, and staying committed. The more realistic and detailed your mental rehearsal, the more prepared you will be when it's time to. However, it's not just about surrounding yourself with people who have achieved success. It's about creating an environment of support and mutual growth. The strongest teams, the most productive partnerships are built on trust, respect, and shared goals. Successful people lift each other up. They collaborate rather than compete. They understand that success is not a zero-sum game, where one person's win is another person's loss. Instead, they create environments where everyone can thrive. The relationships you build along your journey should be ones where everyone is invested in each other's success, where there is an understanding that when one person succeeds, everyone benefits. On the flip side, the people you choose to keep out of your life matter just as much. Negative people, those who drain your energy, criticize you at every turn, or hold you back with their limited beliefs, can have a toxic effect on your progress. While it's natural to want to help and uplift others, it's essential to recognize when someone's negativity is starting to affect your own mindset and energy. Be discerning about where you invest your time and energy. If you find yourself constantly giving and not receiving the support or inspiration you need, it's time to reevaluate the relationship. In some cases, distancing yourself from negative influences doesn't mean cutting people off entirely. It may mean setting boundaries and limiting the amount of time you spend with them. It could mean refusing to engage in conversations that focus on limitations or complaints. Remember, your time is one of your most valuable resources, and you cannot afford to waste it in environments that aren't aligned with your aspirations. The bottom line is this: the people you surround yourself with are a reflection of who you are and who you are becoming. Your environment will shape your thoughts, your attitudes, and your behaviors. If you want to achieve greatness, it's essential to align yourself with people who are committed to excellence, who inspire you, and who encourage you to be your best. By surrounding yourself with those who are where you want to be, you'll elevate your own potential and bring yourself closer to the success you desire. Success is not a solo journey. It is a shared experience, and the people you choose to walk alongside you can make all the difference. So choose wisely, nurture those relationships, and remember that the company you keep can either limit your potential or amplify it. In the pursuit of any significant goal, you will encounter moments when the going gets tough and progress seems slow. These are the moments that truly test your character and commitment. The difference between those who succeed and those who don't lies not in how they perform when everything is going well, but in how they react when the challenges are at their peak. Success requires more than talent, ideas, and hard work. It requires a relentless mindset, a refusal to quit no matter what. In essence, success demands a spirit of resilience, the kind of resilience that propels you forward, even when the odds are stacked against you. Resilience is not something you're born with, it's something you develop. It's a muscle that strengthens the more you use it. Just as lifting weights builds your physical muscles, facing adversity and pushing through hardship builds your mental and emotional resilience. The most successful people in the world have all faced tremendous obstacles, but they didn't let those obstacles define them. Instead, they used those obstacles as stepping stones to rise even higher. They understood that setbacks were not permanent, they were temporary challenges to be overcome. And this understanding is at the heart of resilience. The key to developing resilience is understanding that challenges are not something to avoid. Too many people spend their lives trying to eliminate all forms of difficulty, trying to live in a world where everything is easy and straightforward. But the reality is, easy does not lead to greatness. Growth comes through struggle. It's when you are faced with challenges that you tap into your true potential, find new solutions, and learn what you're truly capable of. When you avoid challenges, you avoid growth. Resilience comes from leaning into adversity, understanding that the hardship you're facing is only temporary and that you will emerge from it stronger than ever before. This doesn't mean that it's always easy to keep going when things are difficult. In fact, there will be times when it feels almost impossible. But here's the thing: resilience is built by pushing through those feelings. It's about taking the next step, no matter how small, even when every part of you wants to quit. When you feel like you've hit a wall, when you feel exhausted, frustrated, or discouraged, that is when resilience is most needed. It's in those moments that your greatest breakthroughs can happen. The greatest success stories often come from people who were on the brink of giving up but chose instead to keep going for just one more day. Resilience also comes from developing a deep belief in yourself and in your ability to overcome. When you trust in your inner strength, you begin to approach challenges with a different mindset. You no longer see them as roadblocks, but as opportunities to demonstrate your strength and creativity. Resilient individuals understand that failure is not the end of the journey, it is simply a part of the process. They take each failure as an opportunity to learn, to adjust, and to improve. They don't let failures define them, they use them to fuel their determination to succeed. The process of building resilience is about learning how to control your response to adversity. It's about taking ownership of your emotions, thoughts, and actions in difficult times. Too often, when faced with challenges, people let their emotions take control. They become angry, frustrated, or overwhelmed. But resilient individuals know that while they can't always control what happens to them, they can control how they respond. They choose to stay calm, focused, and determined, no matter what obstacles they encounter. They choose to see every challenge as a lesson, every setback as a setup for a comeback. Part of being resilient is also about maintaining a positive attitude, even in the face of adversity. Positivity doesn't mean ignoring the difficulties or pretending that everything is okay when it's not. It means maintaining a hopeful outlook, believing that things will get better, and that you have the strength to turn things around. A positive mindset helps you to stay motivated, even when the road ahead seems long and uncertain. It allows you to look for solutions rather than dwell on problems. Resilient people don't let temporary setbacks dictate their future, they keep their eyes on the bigger picture, knowing that every difficulty is just a part of the journey to success. Another important aspect of resilience is having a sense of purpose. When you have a clear sense of why you're doing what you're doing, it becomes much easier to stay resilient in the face of difficulties. When the going gets tough, it's your sense of purpose that will keep you moving forward. It's what will help you push past the pain and the frustration and keep your focus on the ultimate goal. Resilience is fueled by passion and purpose. When you know why you're pursuing your goal, you have a much stronger reason to keep going, even when it seems impossible. Resilience also means knowing when to ask for help. It's not about doing everything on your own or pretending you have all the answers. The most resilient people are often the ones who have a strong support system. They know when to reach out for guidance, encouragement, or support. Asking for help is not a sign of weakness, it's a sign of strength. It shows that you recognize that resilience doesn't mean doing everything in isolation, it means having the courage to lean on others when needed and to share the load. At the end of the day, resilience is about not giving up. It's about keeping your eyes on the prize and maintaining the persistence necessary to achieve your goals. No matter how many setbacks, failures, or disappointments you encounter, resilience will carry you through. It's what will help you pick yourself up, dust yourself off, and keep moving forward when others might throw in the towel. By developing your resilience, you not only increase your ability to succeed, but you also create a life of strength, perseverance, and ultimate achievement.